Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be starting the February jar opener challenge. Let's get into it. Okay, so my crazy goal for 2023 February, we've got 28 days on the calendar. Last year I sold 481 jar openers. Let's round that up to 500. That being said, if I make 500 jar openers, people won't like them. So I need to make 600, so there's 100 buffered. So 600 jar openers, there's 28 days. We're going to make all the jar openers for 2023 in February so we can focus on other things throughout the year. There are 600 jar openers I want to make, 28 days. That is 21.42 jar openers a day. We're going to round that up to add for error to make 25 jar openers per day. I want to finish this in 24 days or 24 sessions. I'm thinking it's going to take me about an hour or two to do 24. I don't know. I got to time myself. That being said, if I'm able to get it done in 24 days, that means I don't have to work on any of the Saturdays. That also means I'll have these ready for the March Idly show. I'm hoping this video is either posting on February 28th or March 2nd. If I can post it earlier because I finished earlier, that's fantastic. I have all of the fabric, all of the material on hand already. So behind me here, I've got a bunch of shelf liner already cut for jar openers. I have some fabric already cut, and then I have the remaining rolls still rolled up. So I really don't have to do any counting. I'm just going to make them and make them and make them. I mean, obviously I'm counting each day because I'm using this calendar as a, check off. That being said, the ones that I make today, I'm still unpacking my craft room. I literally just got some more boxes unloaded today. So I don't know where my tags are. That being said, I cannot finish the ones today, but I can get them most of the way done, and getting something most of the way done is better than not working on it at all. So let me show you the ones that I am going to start working on. Here is the stack I'm starting with. So I've already got them pinned together. So they're already cut, already matched up. That'll definitely help speed up the process. I definitely think that there are more than 25. Let me count them real quick. Okay, so this stack has 38, which is great. So I'm happy to do a little extra because it's actually going to be less. Like I said, I don't have the tags, so I can't finish them all the way. I'm going to get them most of the way done, and they can go add into this pile of ones that I have at the tag stage, so that when I do find the tags, I can start knocking these out. So we'll see when I find the tags, when I can finish these. But for right now, I'm going to get these to the tagging stage and go from there. Alrighty, so it's been about an hour. It's 11:40, so I started working on these 11:30. I got them to the stage of needing a tag, so now I'm kind of held up. That being said, it definitely helped a lot having them like already pre-pinned. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the ones I already have cut and make them in stacks of 30. So the next couple days I can just start working on them. And even better than that, I would hope to knock them out faster. So this can be like a session at a time. I know this is going to take an hour worth of time, so then I can just work on it in smaller chunks. That's my biggest tip. If you get overwhelmed and it's too big of a project, cut it down into smaller chunks. So these ones over here, so I've already got these guys cut. And if you remember these fabrics, I showed them to you guys. These are from 2 hauls ago, I believe. And I already have a bunch cut. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and for all of this, I'm gonna separate it in stacks of 30, and I'm gonna pin them together so that then I know 1 session, 2 session, 3 session, and I can just start knocking them out. And I already have a ton of shelf liner cut, definitely more shelf liner than there are fabric. And so what I will do is then, not tonight, but next time, I'll cut up some of that shelf liner as well. Probably all of that the next time, tomorrow or whatever. I'll get it all cut up, and that's how I'm gonna count. I'm not really counting. I'm just like, so once this fabric is done, I'm gonna go to the next animal print fabric that I have, and then the next one, and then the next one. That's kind of how I'm gonna go about doing this. But right now I have this stack ready for tags, and I can add it to the other stack. So this stack here is ready for tags. Just throw it back on the shelf, and I'm gonna go ahead and pin these together. Oh my gosh, having a hardwood floor, it's so awesome. And I'm not afraid of stepping on pins because I can see the floor. I am very happy having a hardwood floor. Okay, I'm gonna start pinning these. All right, it is 1:30 a.m. last check-in. I burned through a lot of the jar openers. I was able to add the extra rolls into this basket, so that is ready for next time. I was able to make 7 stacks of 30, so I believe that was 210 jar openers right here. Let's see here. We've got this stack and this stack, so that's 7 sessions. If I do 1 a day, that's an hour each day for the next 7 days. By that time, hopefully I will have gone through the bins and I find my labels so I can finish them, or I can get these done faster. I know that if I sit down and work on one of these stacks, it's going to take me an hour, so that's really good. And then I had 7 extra, so I'm just going to keep track on the calendar. Like for example, today I did 28 to tag, so I don't know, I might just do them all to tag and then work on the second half. I'm not sure, but that's what I did. I'll talk to you guys next time. February 7th update time. So we have 245 jar openers done to the point of needing tags. I did 28 on February 1st, 37 on February 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th I didn't do any. On the 5th I did 60, on the 6th I did 30, and then today the 7th I did 90. And then I was just separating them into direction versus non-directional so that I know for when I put the tags in. And I already wanted them in 3 stacks to do the next step, so this just worked out. You guys can't even see the bottom of the stack. They're this big. Let me pop you off and I can show you. But then I need to put these to tag, and then I've already washed and dried the new fabric. So these are all the ones with animals in them, so I need to iron these and cut them. And then I also need to wash some of the new fabric that I got. So let me pop you off here and show you what I'm talking about. Here is the flip side of what you guys were looking at. So these 2 are directional, this one is not. So I want to knock each one of these stacks out at a time. So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I can spend Saturday and Sunday on the couch turning these right side out because that's a perfect task to do outside of the sewing room. These guys here need to be ironed and cut. And then in the closet here, I need to wash some of the new fabric. These are for towels, but there's some like in here that need to be cut for jar openers, so they all need to be washed. Yeah, I gotta wash all of this fabric. It's 2 rows deep. Oh, and I did find tags. There were some in this bag here with the threads, and I found the container, so I can do the next step. Hello and welcome to our mid-month check-in. Today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Here are all the jar openers that I've completed up to this point. So I did not get them all done in the time frame that I was thinking, but it's okay. We're still at the 14th mark. We're halfway. All these piles, let me angle you some more. Here are all the piles. So this one I just finished today. It still needs to be turned, but I'm counting this in the number because this will still get complete today. So we've got this big pile and then these 3 other piles. So all of these added together is 304 jar openers, which puts us right on track with doing 600 for the month. Check back in with another update in a couple days. Today is Friday, February 17th. Let's talk jar openers. So I spent the last 2 days cutting. We've got this big stack here, and then this stack down here. And these guys here are coasters cut from the excess of fabric. So this is fabric that couldn't be made into anything else. And people ask me, is that a coaster? And I say, no, the coaster's over there. These are the jar openers. So it's nice that the coasters still make me money when it's just the scraps. I cut all the rest of the shelf liner up. So now it is just time to match up a shelf liner with fabric. and we'll see how much shelf liner is left. I think I cut quite a bit. I have a lot more of this fabric, and this fabric, so I definitely have plenty of fabric here to do more. I might even do like 5 St. Patrick's Day, 5 Christmas, things like that. So we'll see how much is left over. Alrighty, party people, we've got the jar openers pinned together. So I already sorted them directional versus non-directional. This guy is here because it was just an extra piece, so there's going to be one that's ladybug and horse. These are the remaining jar openers, so I'm just going to go through my collection and pick I'm going to pick 10 fabrics, and I'm going to cut 2 strips, which will be 6 jar openers, and make 2 singular coasters, so half of a coaster set. So if I pick 10 of them, that'll make 60, and that'll give me probably like this much. So then I'll go through like the remnants that are in the closet and pick some of those as well. But that's my plan. Here's what I picked out for the 10 bigger fabrics. So we've got music, like police, pirates, deer, wolves. Is that wolves or dogs? Dog paw prints, sewing machines, like Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day, and Valentine's. And I already have Halloween and Christmas represented. And then for the scraps, I pulled from a couple different piles. So I need to iron all these. And I'm just gonna like cut the best I can. Let me just go through this pile real quick. I'm going to cut as many as I can, and then whatever's left over, I'll cut into coasters, even if it's just one coaster, and then I can make coaster sets at the end. These are pretty flat because I had ironed them before I put them away. Some more Christmas ones, which will be good. And like, so with pieces like this, I just had the jar opener so I'd know if it'd fit or not. So much faster than measuring. And then I would say this one makes Easter represented. I don't know. I'm not really concerned, but there we are. And then I got these other ones from some different stashes. This one is literally like just enough for jar openers. Another Valentine's-y one. And I try to pick ones that are like not much so I could just use it up. And if I pick too many, I don't really care. I'll just have them ready to go for the next time I make jar openers. So that's what I picked. I'm gonna chop them up. I'm gonna iron them and then chop them up. Iron them and then chop them up. Just kidding, I missed one. This is from like months ago. I think like before Black Friday, a haul I did. I'm just gonna cut, 2 strips like I am with the big ones. These guys are ironed and they are split into 4 categories. So these are the long big pieces, these are the smaller pieces, and then these are the pieces that still have selvage, which means that there will be a coaster coming out of this end. And then these guys are still on the boards. Monday, February 20th. Here is the cut up jar openers and the remaining pieces of shelf liner. We're gonna match these up, see how many are left. Did I do the right math or not? Jar opener update. It has been a couple days because I've been working on these guys. So it is Thursday, February 23rd. I need to go ahead and work on these 3 piles here, and then all of the jar openers I have finished before. They're not completely done because I have not top stitched, but I am not concerned. If I need to do that the night before the show, I will do that the night before the show. I also want to knock out some of these coasters. Saturday, February 25th update. So I took care of these 2 towel sets. I want to knock out one more pile today. I got to the point of turning 141 jar openers. I want to get this stack done today as well. But this stack here, I can just poke out the corners now when I get a chance. It is midnight, so Sunday into Monday, and this is 2 rows deep right? Stacked 3 high, another pile up there. These guys have been turned but need to be poked in the corners, which is fine. These guys haven't been made yet. And I just added up. We are at 500. So between what's in the bucket, what's on the shelf, what's right there, 500. So if this is not 100 right here, I do have some more jar openers right there. And we have today and tomorrow. We got this. I went ahead and got these 30 done. I couldn't help myself when I counted. We've got 24, 32, which gives us 86, which means I needed 14 more. I went ahead and cut these guys up, so I have 21 ready to go. I already have the shelf liner over there. That will bring us to a grand total of 107, which will put us above 600. It is currently about 2:30 a.m., so I think I'm gonna go to bed, and I will work on this more, which is today, later. We're almost done. I'm about to sew the last sewing step, before it gets turned and top stitched. I can't believe I'm gonna get these done today. It's still Monday. I'm so excited. It is 8 p.m. on Monday. We are not on February 28th just yet. We are still on February 27th. This remaining stack that I just added to the to-do or to the finish up pile makes 606. So all the ones on the shelf need to be top stitched. These need to be trimmed and turned, and these need to be poked out, but they are created and they will definitely be able to be sold. It is officially March 1st. I still have jar openers that have not been turned, so I did not accomplish the task. 12:53, and they are all turned. Wednesday, March 1st night, all of the towels have been serged, and all of the jar openers have been turned and the corners poked out. They all need to be top stitched, but I'm going to show you my idea with piles tomorrow, and I will only work on the ones for Saturday. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piles, because there's too deep back there. 606 jar openers. Yay! Here is everything pulled out. I stacked all the towels up. Those need to be ironed and packaged. Here are all the jar openers. 606 jar openers, guys. And then the coasters, I haven't really done those, but that's okay. We still have today and tomorrow before the Saturday show. So my plan here with the jar openers, not all of these jar openers are going out on the floor on Saturday. Here's my goal. So see how this giant stack like this of the same pattern, I want to separate all of these in half. Half for now and half for later in the year. This allows me to give myself my own inventory supply and a restock. So I want to separate first into 4 categories: feminine, masculine, masculine, animals, and holiday are the 4 categories I want to separate into. And then of each of those, I want to separate half. So there's no need to have all of these same ones on Saturday. We only need half. And so let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what else I'm going to do. Here we've got the categories. On the left-hand side here, these are all animal print. And then on the right-hand side, we got masculine, feminine, and seasonal or holiday. And over here, this one is animal holiday. And you can see just from the side here that there's a ton of duplicates. So the first thing is to separate all of these in 2. I don't need to take all of these sloths. So separate in 2. Here's what I was trying to convey. I don't know if I explained it properly, but these guys in the front, so I've separated every pile in half, and if there was an odd number, the higher one went over here. So these guys over here have more than 3 in the pile, and then these guys over here have 3 or less. So all of these need to be top stitched. Now of these 5 piles right here, I'm going to pull 2 out of each pattern and add it to this pile. These will be the ones that I try and get done for Saturday. The other ones, it's great if I get them done, but it's not the end of the world. And then these guys back here is my project for the next couple weeks to start top stitching, but then these are backstock for the rest of the year. Correction, I didn't even do the seasonal pattern one, so I put those up front. And this is the only one I made an exception for because we're coming up on St. Patty's Day, so I put all of them in this pile to hopefully sell this weekend. Here are our final stacks. These are for today and tomorrow. These need to be top stitched, and these are the ones I hope to sell at Idly this weekend. Then I'll start working on these guys, get these all top stitched. So this will be my inventory for the beginning of the year. and then I can get these top stitched, and these will come into play, I don't know, maybe August, September-ish, and it'll be a complete refresh. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.